Hey everybody, it's me, Sven Sharpen here, bringing you day number 130 of Let's Talk About Autism. Before we get started, I'd like you to hit the like and subscribe button down below the video. That would help me out tremendously. So yeah, today's video is about something that I'm not entirely sure about, but I think is happening, and it's that schools and big pharma can choose elective classes for autistic kids, even against the wishes of the parents. So what I mean by this is, like, if an autistic kid wants to do like a physical education course, like PE or something, team sports, whatever, then a school could say he's not fit for that because he's autistic and use some sort of hoax or misconception to justify it. And then, even if they could do this against the parents if they wanted to, and then they'd put him in some class that's boring at best and torturous at worst. So, and the best evidence I have for this is when I was in elementary school and they were trying to do something like that to me against the wishes of my mom, but this was also like 10 to 15 years ago, so parental authority was more prevalent, I guess. Governments weren't really trampling on it quite as much, so mom was able to sort of keep them at bay. Praise the Lord. Like, this is happening to autistic kids, I'm sure, but do take it with a grain of salt because I can't find this anywhere on the internet, but that doesn't mean it's not happening because it's all fake news. So it's definitely probably happening, because if they're choosing which public schools you can go to and cannot go to based on hoaxes and misconceptions, surely they are deciding which classes you can or cannot take, even if they're elective. Like, they will choose elective classes for you. Like, they could give you performing arts when you don't want to do that. They could give you consumer family when you don't want to do that. They could give you some dumb class that you'd either hate or be extremely bored in, and it would not work best for you because they put you in that class based on a lie. Even though other kids get to typically choose their classes, like, you could fill out the form just fine like everyone else, and then, like, the school could decide he's not fit for half these classes that he selected, so they're going to put him or her in a bunch of other BS classes that they hate. And maybe even out of crazy, torturous spite even. Like, they could just try to hurt the kid and put them in a worse class that they would hate to, like, punish them for being neurodivergent. Now, I'm not saying this is always happening, but it probably is in some cases. So that's really what's going on. And again, take all this with a grain of salt, but I would not be surprised. In fact, I would bet quite a lot of money that this kind of thing is happening, because it already happens with where you can go to school. I can definitely imagine that they're doing this with elective classes too, even though they're optional, supposedly. I mean, they do have some requirements, but, like, they'd put you in some class that you'd hate, either like maybe to punish you or to say that you're not fit for classes that you actually want to take, usually based on a lie. So that's what it is. Like, we'll definitely see what comes out, which is why I want to get the stories of autistic people out there to see what's actually going on, to know the truth about the SPED and how the schools are treating autistic kids. But this is something I would not be surprised is happening. I've been actually right on a lot of these things, like, because schools are assuming autistic kids to be trans already. I already found somebody who had that happen. Even though they did not say they were trans, they did not admit to being trans, they were assumed to be trans because they're autistic. I was saying this a year before I met this person, so that's a would-be conspiracy of mine that turned out to be correct. So I would imagine something similar would be happening with schools assuming that autistic kids aren't fit for certain classes. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's would not surprise me at all. So yeah, that was day 130. I'll see you on day 131. Thank you very much for watching this video if you made it this far, and goodbye.